All right, welcome to the Barkin Boys. This week is, as Hard Hat was saying just before we clapped, we're going to be shouting out some top dogs.
All right, let's get the top dogs. Of course, we have two of the most loyal top dogs that we got right now. We got Winged Horse, and we got Haley Clark. She said, hope V is recovering well. And she said we made her day by making her in top dog status. But shout out to both y'all. Then shout out to my homie Raphael. He said
he is like easily my favorite Ninja Turtle.
He said, "Hard Hat, I'll call you War Daddy."
Fucking fire.
That's a nice comment right there. Let me tell you.
Write that one down. But that's what we got for now. So thanks to everyone who's viewed the video, subscribed, and commented, because I love reading the comments. So put those down there. I don't care what it is, you know. Tell me.
All right. We need the update on the health, on the tooth, on the teeth.
Oh yeah, how's the teeth hanging?
Oh, dude, all done. Fucking everything's like all set. I can actually eat solid food. It's crazy. It's like the best. I just can't eat rice for like another few days, but after that, it's fucking fire. Be great. Big money. Big fucking money. God, I feel so much better. It's so great.
I'm really happy for you, man. Has it affected your work at all?
Fuck no. No.
Nah, man. You still got the golden, silky, smooth voice. Of course not.
True. Now I gotta get my tonsils ripped out, and I'll fucking.
You're joking.
Do you really have to get your tonsils removed?
No, I'm fucking with you. I was just kidding. I was kidding.
For weight loss. Okay. Squeeze out a couple of pounds. Yeah, this leg is just not what it used to be.
just cut it off.
Slowing me down.
Matthew said,
I heard this story of fucking this guy who like had to get his leg amputated for one reason or another, maybe a car wreck.
Right.
But like when they put in for like new insurance or whatever, like a nurse showed at his house, just like out of the blue, because they're like, your height to weight ratio is fucked. Are you like super bulimic and nearly dead, or you know, some other form of like illness? And, and he opened the door and he just had one leg. Like, oh, okay, sorry.
Jesus.
So that's my little story. I'm sorry, what were you saying, Zach? I'm sorry,
I was saying something?
Yeah, sorry, I threw that mental interference.
I'll be honest.
Today's topic is one in which we... See, look, I did it again. All right, I'll stop this time.
No, you go ahead.
All right, I'm sorry. Today's topic is one we're all, familiar with. It's video games and kind of their effect on our lives, on people's lives, the good, the bad, the ugly. And just kind of like, at least for me, I'm trying to look at this through a lens of like, if I could go back and talk to like high school age Steven, maybe a little before, like what would I say to him? Because I've been playing video games since I was like, I literally cannot remember a time in which I wasn't, right? So, it being such a constant part of my life, I think about its effect and like, what would it be without it pretty often. Y'all ever have thoughts like that?
Oh, dude, it's interesting. I mean, So I guess video games came a little bit later for me, at least like the ones that like were big, other than like my PlayStation. But yeah, ever since I started playing video games, it's just been entertainment left, right, and center. So, I mean...
Oh, yeah. Shit. Before the iPad kids or whatever, I was a Game Boy fucking kid. And that's all I would play whatever the fucking cartridge stuff.
What game systems did I have? Let's see, I had... My first...
I remember as a fucking DS addict. Bro. I take that thing everywhere.
Okay, so story time just real quick about the DS. Okay, y'all know how it had a chat feature where you could like draw and chat with a bunch of other DS?
Chat? Yeah.
So, it was like 5th or 6th grade, and we had this like 15-minute period in school where we could just pull out our DSs and play and stuff or whatever, and everyone had them at the time. Everyone had them at the time. Yeah, well, it was like they called it like a chill period or whatever. You could do like homework or whatever, but we all pulled out like our game systems. But then everyone got into this chat window. But then as someone started saying inappropriate things in there, and they end up getting all of our DSs taken away, or not taken away, but we had to put them all away. But yeah, that lasted for like a good week. That was where the drama was spread, was through that little pixel.
I mean, dude, honestly, that was like the precursor to 4chan for me. Like you could just like change your name to something nobody would guess and put some heinous shit.
Oh, dude, that's
in
what
the
was
forum.
going on. Except for someone just like literally just ratted themselves out or something. I don't know.
Oh, what a
But-
fool! What a fool!
And I had a DS. I had a PSP. I liked my PSP.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? How was that? I had a buddy who had it, and it always seemed like super fucking like
I'll be
I
honest,
would rather a
it-
DS.
It actually had some pretty lit games. It had a Star Wars Battlefront game on it. Star Wars Battlefront Rogue Squadrons or something like that. It was
I
good.
forgot about that
Yeah,
game.
it was
Oh
a
my
good
God.
game. It was actually
Those clones were like pretty fire.
fun. And then there was a Call of Duty on it. That was actually, it was a World War II based. It was one of the last like of the like
You like fucking Call of Duty 2 Final Fronts or something.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
actually its own game though. And that one, it wasn't bad. The only thing I remember is like the aiming systems on a PSP was real weird because it only had like one toggle and then you had to use the D-pad. So I remember like going on trips and I would have me and my brother would have our PSPs. Also played Burnout on that.
I probably have like 2,000 hours in Pokemon Soul Silver.
Oh really?
Good lord, man! I don't know why that was the game, but that was the game. See, that was like the knowledge economy in my school, right? Like, every school had something that like every kid seemed to know way too much about. And then and in my case, it was Pokemon. Like everybody fucking knew the next game that was coming out. Everybody had a bunch of cards. No one knew how to play the fucking trading card game. Everybody knew everything's evolution. And maybe this was just my nerdy ass group of friends. So let me restate:
definitely.
it wasn't everybody, right? But like, no, it wasn't just the nerds, though, right? Like,
It was like the whole fucking.
it was like what Call of Duty became like
Oh, really?
later,
Oh,
where just
yeah.
everybody played it,
shit.
everybody traded, and that was just like my small town's little infatuation was Pokemon, and Soul Silver specifically, and I guess that dates me. And then it turned into like Black and White, and then it petered off from there. But dude, it was just such a one of the last examples I've seen. Like, I know everybody still plays video games now, but like one of the last examples that I've taken part in of like a community experience where you and your buddies and people you didn't know and everybody was just like working together to figure shit out. It's like when fucking
yeah.
Pokemon Go came out in 2016 and just like you were meeting people in the streets and just like talking about shit. You
Just
know
like
how
shit.
wild
Let's
that
get together and
was?
fucking catch a.
okay, so I think the most recent example of that is Helldivers.
Helldivers has been pretty good, but I meant like a physical
Oh, I
community, right?
see.
Like,
I see what you mean. Okay, I see what you mean there. Yeah, you gotta.
you're definitely right on like the internet community of like cooperation being
no,
a goal that exists as opposed to competition with fucking everything else.
No, yeah, the physical thing. I think the last time I wasn't even a big Pokemon person. I still played Pokemon Go. I remember long.
It was just a stellar fucking game.
There-
oh
yeah,
my
it's
god,
fun.
the
There's
longboards.
there's a college campus near us, and I remember longboarding around that college campus, picking up Pokemon
Yep.
and stuff. So
The one in my town, dude, it was just
Yeah,
like
that one.
popping off
Exactly.
for like a year
It was-
straight. Yep.
Yep. Oh man,
Yep.
that was so much
yeah.
fun. We had a
And there were like 8,000 Pokestops at like 2 feet.
Yeah.
And so you'd like by the time you got across, the first one would be done, and you could just like farm all day.
I remember me and my buddies. We didn't before Pokemon Go. We did a Pop Tropica, and that was the.
Oh my god!
That was the shit
Oh
back in the
shit!
day.
Oh, you just opened up a fucking place in my brain. Tell me more. Tell me more.
I've
That
never
shit
played
was our addiction because like you could do school stuff or whatever, and they would give you like ThinkPads to work, or like when they were first starting to integrate.
It was a web game. Yeah.
They started to like integrate PCs or whatever into the school environment, and they'd be like, "Yeah, fucking take notes of your work." But we wouldn't do that. We would fucking get on Pop Tropic, and we'd sit back and try to customize our dudes and like try to come together to like we need to get this trophy or we need to finish this little Mayan mission. And we need to do like there's a underwater like a sea level thing. Like there's a whole bunch of different like places you can visit on there, and you get kind of like teleported. And sadly, I think it's died off now. I think the servers have died recently. which is the worst.
That's
in
terrible.
fact.
Oh,
I think it got, here. Let me see it pop.
That's
I
so
lost
sad.
all my progress on that game because
Same.
I made a password where like the last 8 digits or whatever were
No,
0.
you can still
but I
play
didn't
it.
know how many digits it was. I would just like the
Oh,
second or
shit.
third time the fucking line reset, I'm just like, that feels right, and I'd hit it and it worked.
Oh, never
and
mind.
then when I went to another computer, it didn't work, and I was just like,
shit.
this is bad news.
Hot
But for the
Tropica closed.
extent, yeah, with the we had like I think like little baby Dell computers maybe.
Oh
damn.
yeah.
It closed. Zach,
Zach?
so the Pop Tropica closed
yeah, it
out.
closed December 29th, 2023. So it was just like here recent too.
That is so
A small
sad,
moment
dude.
of silence for Pop Tropica. My goodness, gentlemen.
But like,
Can
okay,
you please
so,
play taps on the nearest instrument?
so I don't know if any of y'all dealt with this, but my dad mainly thought that video games were a cause for violence in like schools and whatnot. Which,
Yeah, I have a funny story. Remind me about Grand Theft Auto when we get to that stage of our lives.
but I guess okay. So
And Call
I
of Duty
got-
zombies do that.
We'll
shit.
we'll back up because we're gonna need a little history on video games and
Right.
hard hat here. I got my first gaming system when I was in the 4th grade. I've got a PS2. It was used because the PS2 had been out
Stellar system
for a while.
dude. That had some staying power though.
But I tell you what, I got there was a PS2 big, like the big fucking big bitch. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got it, and I got a Corvette racing game. It was literally just called Corvette. And this is a life-changing moment. Is whenever I got this PS2 home. Okay, my dad bought it on like a Saturday at like, I don't know, 1 o'clock. Bought lunch, took me home, and I played it for an hour. And I remember after I got done playing it, I had a hellacious migraine.
Oh no.
Like I was just, I had a migraine straight from hell. And
You had too much fun.
And I was sick
Trying to
for
Sit too
that.
close to the TV, dude.
For like 6 months to a year after that, if I would play video games any longer than an hour, I would get a migraine and get like deathly sick. Not like deathly sick, just I wanted to die. But I don't know. But it was only racing games, and I don't know what it was because I absolutely love racing games. Some of my favorite video games of all time is a racing game. And but for some weird reason, whenever I was younger, playing racing games made me sick. So I don't know, weird one. But I remember going through school and everyone's like, "Oh man, did you play the new Call of Duty? Oh, did you play Halo or what was other big Gears of War and Dead Rising?"
yeah.
That was
Do you remember the media around that? The sick ass commercials, the
Oh,
fucking
dude.
Mountain
The
Dew
trailers are
bottles.
dude.
Oh, dude, it was like the whole world was like on the team of video games for a while there. It was so sick.
Okay, for the while, the top 2 advertisements that I had for video games was Call of Duty during its Modern Warfare phase and
Modern Warfare 2 when they do the fucking jump on the jet skis
Oh,
and you
yeah.
have like the pistol come up and you're like, ah! Oh,
Yeah, because
that-
you'd be
that-
like watching something late night with your parents, and that would come on. You're just glued to the TV. Another one was Battlefield 3. That one had
the fucking the music.
Oh man,
Yeah.
So whenever I could go on about Battlefield 3 because that is a top 5 game for me. And it wasn't because the campaign was good. Nah, that introduced me to a more the bigger style playing games, the multiplayer games.
Oh, like the bigger open world stuff.
Yeah,
for
the bigger
player
open
versus
world stuff.
player.
And I had played Call of Duty. I had played Call of Duty since Call of Duty 2. I had played Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 2 Big Red One, you name it.
Ooh.
Which, that's a banger right there. Call of Duty 3, played that one a lot on my 360. That one was actually the game that got me in trouble with my dad because they said "God damn" in it once. And my dad's not religious, he just didn't like cussing. And so he heard that once and was like, yeah, no, that's not good. Shooting people, but. Anyways. And And so I was kind of capped off at Call of Duty 2 or Call of Duty 3 because it was still rated teen. So I didn't get no Call of Duty 4 or, anything like that.
Zombies. Fucking good times.
Yeah. So let's hear about zombies, right? Like you said, that was the one that scared you at night.
Oh,
No, Matthew. You said something earlier.
Oh, fucking. Okay, so, back in the day, I first got to do Call of Duty. Right, it was. I think my mom got me the game because, of course, fucking my parents were like, "Oh, it's Endgame, blah blah blah, whatever." I played Modern Warfare 3 first on the Wii, and it was the worst experience of all time. Because
it really wasn't that bad. I know compared to modern sensibilities, but that's where I played COD 4 for the first time. And I'm like, this is all right.
It was one of those
it's all I had.
So for those who haven't had a Wii before, they have a certain a controller holder that comes with the Wii that you can buy separately, and it's they use it for crossbow games, or if you have a gun. It's the Wii
the
remote to the front, and behind
Yeah.
it is the nunchuck so you can move. That felt like shit, but I used that to get through the campaign to try and get that
did not
over with.
play with that. I used it
so
for about
rough.
2 minutes, and I said, no, fuck that, dude. This is sticking to Twilight Princess.
Fucking, but I ended up going from that to I played zombies for the first time from I think it was Modern Warfare World at War. That shit fire.
Modern
That was
Warfare
just
World at War.
it was. What did I say? Oh yeah, just World at
It's
fucking
just
yeah
World
Call of
at
Duty.
War.
Yeah, World at War. But so I ended up playing zombies for the first time. I was like, wow, this shit's fucking wild to me because at first I was like, oh shit, I can't do this on my own. And then I played it with my buddies at the time, and I was like, oh shit, okay, this is way cooler. And we never got far. We were fucking around 20 because we sucked at it. But I mean, it was good fucking times. And then fucking yeah, I think from there it just kind of dropped off. I just never stopped. I just never went playing to Call of Duty anymore. I think I fucking
Did
stopped
you
at
not
Black Ops.
spend fucking way too many hours playing
See, I did.
online or anything?
I did the co-op stuff and the special ops stuff and that kind of stuff.
Oh,
Dude,
the special ops
That's
stuff
what I
was
stuck
great.
with. That was my fucking bread and butter for Call of Duty for those games. Was the special ops. It was just me and one of my other dudes or one of my brothers or whatever. We would stick on that for hours and hours and try to get perfect. That was what I stuck with.
I feel the way about that then as I do about 6 days of Fallujah now with y'all, right? It's just the natural evolution of those fucking hard-ass Spec Ops missions.
Dude, I tell you what, so I became a big Call of Duty fan. I remember it specifically the day, the first ever rated M video game I got. And I thought I was, I was on top of the world. I got Call of Duty Black Ops 1. And by the way, that is a top 5 favorite video game for me right there. And that's probably one of my favorite video games ever.
That taught me so much about the Cold War.
Yeah, no, you're playing the Cold War. I had never played zombies before, and stuff like that.
Multiplayer was fucking wow.
Dude, I had a Pacific loadout in there that I absolutely loved, and it was the most obscure shit known to man. It was an M16 with an ACOG and a suppressor. With, I believe, what was it, fast hands or whatever, to quick reload or whatever? I don't know.
You could slap the taped mag.
Yeah,
it was an attachment where you
maybe,
could fucking...
Okay, maybe I didn't have that.
No, they had the sleight of hand perk, but then...
Yeah. But I remember...
That tape mag blew my fucking mind, because I'm like, you're telling me he just fucking spins it? That's so cool!
That's so cool! That and using the Python. I thought using the Python or the dual-wielded Pythons were so fucking cool.
You remember One in the Chamber?
Oh man, dude, those games were so much fun.
The fucking wager game, so my lord.
Which, okay, so if y'all don't know, the original Call of Duty wager matches is Call of Duty multiplayer had points that you would earn as you leveled up and stuff, so you could unlock weapons. But you could also use those points to buy other things like stuff your emblem. Because they had you create your own emblem, which is a whole nother rabbit hole.
Dude, there was so much racism. I learned so many words with that game.
Dude, I'd never seen so many penises in my life. But I learned a lot about sex, too.
Black Ops 2 had more penises. I just remember all the swastikas.
Man. But,
oh my god,
so
dude, everybody was insane.
So they had wager matches where you could wager those points, but you go in and you play like one in the chamber. So you run around with one bullet, you shoot the person, you get another bullet.
If you fucking miss, you're just out of luck.
Yeah,
and
you
have
just
to
gotta
knife
hope you
somebody.
gotta knife them.
Dude.
Those were like top multiplayer moments right there. And they tried to bring them back in later Call of Duties, but they never hit the same because you weren't actually wagering points. So and then the zombies, I still think that Black Ops. Oh, Barkin boy, JC's. Nah, don't worry about it.
Don't put him down. We love him.
Oh my god! But man, playing the zombies is probably what got me the most because I still think that both Call of Duty, Black Ops 1 zombies, and what was the other one with Origins? I don't remember, but I think those are some of the best zombies that have ever come out. Both because of Nocturne Totem. What is it, Kino?
Yeah, Kino's the German
the-
theater.
yeah, the
Dire
theater.
Eyes
Yeah.
is the one where you got the teleporters.
Oh, I mean, just think of the maps that came out on Black Ops 1. You have Kino, you have Ascension, you have Moon, you have some of the best zombie maps ever.
I still have not ever figured out how to play fucking Shangri-La.
And then there's Fives, which
5 is good.
Fives is good, but I didn't play it a whole lot.
No, it's just 5 because it's the 5 sides of
Oh,
the Pentagon because you're in the Pentagon.
Dude, it's still that doctor still freaked the fuck out of me.
Oh, dude, I love the Wonder Weapon though. The fucking freeze gun.
Freeze gun.
So good. Yeah, the crazy doctor is like the scariest thing they ever made. I take that back. I really think the first like 20 to 40 times I played on Moon and there was just that astronaut who just like fucking walked at you menacingly and like you didn't have the power to destroy him for the first little while. It's just like this is horrifying. This is some real like
I don't know,
terror.
The screams in the original World at War 1 are just those are up there with terrifying.
That one felt like such a labor of love. The first World at War map, the airfield fucking knocked.
What's crazy is it was just reused assets. They were just kind of like, oh, we'll just try it. It was just kind of like an Easter egg, and they blew up into an entire story.
Yeah, I don't really give a shit about the fucking like the big story that they've done in later games.
I
It's
liked
time travel and multiverse. And
I liked it up until they brought in the later games. So, but
I thought the 5 people from different countries having to get along to 5 or the 4 was like just like cool. Like I don't know, it just felt neat, right? And you always hoped you got Dempsey because he was the coolest.
no, I was oh god, I was one of the German. I was one of his Richtofen because I loved his qualms in Black Ops 1.
Fucking crazy shit he said. The quips, yeah.
But
All right. So moving on, that's adolescence. As we're starting to get into adulthood, what have we played, gentlemen?
no, hold on. We haven't heard from Matthew. Matthew, what did you play?
I just said zombies. I thought. This was his whole idea.
No, I brought up zombies. Oh well, yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. But there's
Right.
another video game that I'm waiting for Matthew to bring up.
Is it fucking Assassin's Creed?
Yeah, it was Assassin's Creed.
That's the shit that fucking engulfed me for all of my childhood.
Oh, okay.
Every fucking game, every fucking trying to get every achievement, all the hours. I played Brotherhood when it first came out, as they had a whole. At the time, people didn't play shit on PC; they played shit on console. And so for PC, I was one of the few people that whenever you have to get into like a certain like animus chamber thing, right? And it's basically you kill off enemies until you are killed. And I was the top 3 in the world for like half a day because nobody played on PC.
Dude, that feeling. I don't know if I could ever felt that again. There's no drug that could have made me feel like that.
See, it would be fucking impossible now because like
Probably
shit fucking
cocaine. I think.
Oh yeah, probably cocaine. Or
Probably.
wait, no, I can't say that. Never mind. I'm gonna cut that part out. That's
Ayahuasca.
oh yeah, or ayahuasca too. Yeah.
Ayahuasca.
Oh
fucking-
yeah, whatever.
That shit
the
still
very
fucking
fancy
has a
mushrooms
chokehold
you
on my
can't buy at the
fucking.
grocery store.
The
Thanks.
fancy mushrooms.
Aaron Rodgers. Anyways. But yeah, no, I know
he was
Matthew.
just that good at pitching. He took the forbidden pre-workout.
I know that Matthew has a deep love for
Assassin's Creed, not
yeah,
cocaine.
that God,
It is.
yeah.
No, assassin. Yeah, no, not the not the party drug.
If you
or the
ever
fun
go around
steroid.
with he has an Assassin's Creed wallet and an Assassin's Creed beanie and an Assassin's Creed underwear, which
And
is a
tattoo.
thong. Wait,
I have a fucking Black Flag tattoo.
Yeah, he does
That's
have
so
Black.
sick.
Yeah, he does have. Which, by the way,
Black Flag is fucking.
I
so
was
good.
never a big Assassin's Creed fan until I played Black Flag.
Black Flag, I will say till the day I die that that's not an Assassin's Creed game. That's just like a really cool pirate game. Like they just like throw a fucking hidden blade in there for no reason at all. But like,
It doesn't
he's just
matter.
a pirate, man.
It's still,
I mean, like,
it's
I
still a
couldn't
great
tell you
game.
the story beats, so like it might be, but
It's still a great game. That game is so much
good.
fun. But
That's why I wish that the one that came out here lately was like halfway decent.
God.
Turned out not to be.
Oh yeah, that
Dude,
was
it's
supposed to be the
it
DLC for
sucks
it.
so bad. I'm so upset, dude. They had fucking 9 years to make shit worse. That's crazy.
But I'm gonna bring up one more game before we
If
go.
that's not like the story of the modern world, I don't know what it is.
But I got one more game that kind of like changed me at a younger age. It was the first game I ever got on my Xbox 360, and it was Batman Arkham Asylum. Which, if you've never
Oh,
played,
fuck.
dude,
that was
all
one of my
three
first
of those
fucking
games are
Xbox
so
games.
good.
yeah, Batman Arkham Asylum, Batman Origins, and Batman Arkham City. Those three, but I have a deep love for Arkham Asylum. It was the first story game that I had ever beat that was like outside of like Call of Duty and stuff, because those are just easy. You just play missions. But no, that was the first game that I had ever completed a story on. And man, was that shit hard. I had learned shit about myself, and
That's
I
fucking banger.
pissed my pants whenever Scarecrow came up out of his parents' bodies. Oh man, that is a top.
Do you guys ever remember your first horror games you guys played? Like
Oh
interactive
yeah,
horror
yeah,
games?
yeah. Amnesia, which is like a really hard game for
my
a fucking 10-year-old to play, man.
Oh,
So I got a story here. Fucking I had this buddy. His name was Jonathan. Great guy. I still talk to him every now and then.
He showed you Amnesia?
Yeah, dude. Fucking Amnesia. It was a Dark Descent. And my dad had bought this like it's like an RV where like the truck is part of it, right?
Oh, so yeah,
So,
it's an
yeah.
RV.
Is that an RV? Is the other one like a trailer? I don't know.
Yeah,
I
there's
don't,
a travel
know the
trailer and
specifics.
there's an RV. RV is
Okay, so this is an RV. It's like a small one, right?
yeah.
Maybe like F-350 kind of deal. But the funniest thing is we never took it anywhere. Like he bought it and sold it without it leaving our fucking driveway, except
It's always the best.
he's done that with a boat too. Like I really feel bad. Like I wish I put more effort looking back into like going and doing things about it. But like at the same time, it's like, Dad, we have never been on a lake in our whole life. Like why?
Why did we buy
I really appreciate you getting the boat, and I'd love to learn, but I have no idea how to do this, right? Like this is going to be a huge learning curve. And unfortunately, and I feel really bad, but we never took the RV anywhere, right? But what it was good for was a fucking killer clubhouse as a kid, right? Because he had like a whole fucking house, right? Like you'd have to go pee outside, but we did that anyways.
Right.
So my buddy came over, and he had a laptop, which was so fucking cool at the time because I did not have a laptop. We plugged it in, and we played a little bit of Binding of Isaac, which is already like pretty scary on its own. Like this guy had like great taste for that kind of game, and he brings out, hey, I got this scary game, you gonna play it? And dude, we couldn't have been like, this was like the 5th grade, like this was way too soon. And he pulls out Amnesia, and dude, we shit our pants for like 2.5 hours. I don't even know how we stayed with it. But we would just like scream constantly, and then trying to go to bed that night was like the hardest thing I've ever done.
Oh, fuck that.
And I have had constipation, so
what?
it's just very difficult for me both times.
Did you have a horror game as well, Zach?
So the first ever.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Steven, if I did. I was.
No, that's the story, man. We just like
So the closest thing to a first ever, because I don't do horror, and Matthew knows this. I scare very easily. You could walk up behind me and just say, "Hey," and it would scare me. So I mean, the first game was probably about 5th grade as well. There was this kid that lived a couple streets up from me, And he was allowed to play rated M games before me because it wasn't until the 6th grade that I was able to play.
His parents.
He had the cool
suck.
parents.
Yeah, his parents were the cool parents. And so we got out of school and he's like, hey man, you want to come over? And I was like, yeah, sure. So I walked up to his house and went in and his parents weren't over. And, you know, we started playing games. And he put on Dead Rising. And so
Ooh, what a pick.
God.
Such a good game.
Yeah, the one where you're in the mall. And that one, I had never really like seen a zombies anything before, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And you know, it's not really that scary. Then he played Gears of War. Gears of War isn't really that scary either, but it's just I had never seen anything like that before, so it kind of like frightened me for a bit. But man,
how could a world be so bad? And then like you grew up and it's like, nah, that one's fine. Like
yeah.
at least they have chainsaws on their gun, you know?
That's cool. Like how the fuck? I remember being introduced to gore and thinking that was scary. It's like, oh my god, you just did what to that man? And then I watched Saving Private Ryan. But
that man did what to that other man? Like, are we? This is us? Like,
this is okay. But I really didn't have a horror game that I really played at a younger age or anything. I mean,
what about you, Matt? You sound like you're loading one up.
Yeah, I know he's about to load one up.
My first ever fucking... Oh, my God. So, back in the day, the creepypastas were all the rage, right? And
Smiling
they had
dog.
a whole bunch of shit on YouTube, right? It was Slender Man, the 8 Pages.
No shit.
That was the first horror game I ever played. If I remember right, it was one you had to get online because you couldn't get it from like stores or Steam.
Yeah, it was just like freeware
It was
you got
just,
from
I
a
was like,
website.
that could totally be a virus, but I didn't think of that
17
shit.
malwares just from
That's
that one.
part of the fucking fear, though, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's like, oh shit, I might be getting fucking, don't let me down by Stan or Darude Sandstorm or some shit instead of a fucking game file or a fun virus. But I ended up doing that, and it was the first time I had like proper like headphones for like any setup ever because I just fucking we did the bullshit little speaker you turn up that's connected to the fucking PC. And so I tried actual headphones and they pan sound effects and the music. And that fucking new concept to me. Shit it was
fucking
just
stereo sound was just like blowing your fucking mind.
It blew my fucking mind because it was like right in your fucking ear. And
yeah.
it's just made me want to fucking I screamed, I freaked out. Shit was
Yeah, Matthew's played Phasmophobia with me before, and
dude, that shit's so funny. I love that game.
Yeah, you think it's hilarious. It scares the shit out of me.
I would love to play that with y'all at some
Anyways,
point. I want to hear both sides.
I like to
Hard
play
hat will be
those.
right back.
Hard Hat's gonna pee, but we're gonna cover for him.
Oh, true.
All right. So like, let's start moving to like the older years. Like you had your teenage years, you had your fucking, you played all the Assassin's Creed.
So like the
you
more
really fixated.
mature, like now we're getting into like the meat of the games that we're in now, right?
Yeah. Let's start heading that way with like Counter Strike.
That it's fucking the orange box all the way to Counter Strike and Portal and TF2 and all that shit.
Have you been a big TF2 player? I didn't realize.
I'm not too big. I do like it, but I don't play it as much as I probably would want to.
Its time is long gone. Like I mean, like it's still alive and whatever, right? Like there's such a big community surrounding it,
but it's not the massive bombshell that it was when it first came out.
Yeah, and it's really sad that it's that way.
Yeah, definitely. But it was one of those things. I used to play it when I was like, like back when they had fucking CDs and you had to put it all into the fucking computer to, fucking wait 2 hours.
You played
to make sure
the orange box out of a box?
Oh yeah, no, it came with a little orange box CD case, and they had like 17 CDs in it with TF2 and Portal and Counter Strike in it. And
did that one come with Half-Life or no?
Yeah, it came with Half-Life 2. That's what it was. It was Half-Life 2, Team Fortress 2, and Portal. I'm sorry, Counter Strike was separate.
Counter Strike was the Half-Life mod, I think, for like quite a long time.
Yeah. So
did you ever play like
TF2
1.6 or Source or anything, or did you play CS:GO? Like,
I played Source for a long time, and that was broken as fuck, but it was super fun.
It's really
that was
silly.
the first thing I
didn't play much of that before. Like, Go was like the game that I just like. That was like
Just
later
got
high
right
school into
into.
Adulthood. I just devoted too many hours.
Oh yeah, and that's
just
fine.
objectively
I mean, shit.
fucking.
I still fucking I played the shit out of Go
1,400
as
hours.
well.
That's too many.
No, that's not enough. That shit's fucking.
I remember I played so much. I wanted to get on a TF2 Pro team, and you had to have 300 hours. And so, like, over the course of a week, I gained like 100 hours. And I'm like, I'm not even going to just leave my game running like any normal human would do at like that problem. And so I just like, I got home from school, and 7 days a week I played 8 hours. And it must have been for 2 weeks to get the 100 hours or whatever. But it was just
what game?
by the time I got the 300 hours, I had no interest in joining a pro TF2 team. Like, I'm just like, no, this is TF2.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we're kind of moving into like adulthood games and stuff. You know, some honorable mentions. We got like, oh my God, Portal is just an excellent. I remember I played Portal 2
good. Oh yeah,
like Portal so 2. Many times,
so
just like on repeat.
Was there a point y'all just like switched from PC to console?
No,
it was vice versa.
Actually,
it was console to PC for me.
I was pretty much a fucking stayed on PC type.
That's what I meant, is console to PC.
But 100%. Yeah, my mom got me an Alienware laptop after the divorce because I don't know. I guess money buys love or whatever. But
Jesus Christ.
No, sorry, that was a little deeper than I meant to dig there. My mom was a great mother. I don't mean to imply anything else. But she got me this Alienware computer. Like right after my parents got divorced, and I just played Payday 2 nonstop. How many hours?
I forgot about that. That's so fire too.
Payday 2, 600 hours in that bad boy.
That is disgusting.
So, my parent, I guess, okay, so at a younger age, there was one PC game that I played on our fucking Windows Vista computer. And it was a Walmart Demolition Derby game, which had like realistic crash physics, but I could never get past the first level because I was like young.
Sure.
But that was entertaining to play. But like my first actual like PC game that I actually played, I remember I downloaded it on my mom's Toshiba laptop. It wasn't even, it was just like your run-of-the-mill basic ass laptop. And it was War Thunder. And at the time, you didn't have to, you didn't download it through Steam, you downloaded it through the Gaijin website, and you played it, and I ran that thing on the lowest settings known to man, and I had convinced my parents to buy like a little mouse so I could play it. And
dude, I remember that shit
convincing
too.
your parents to fucking buy like the most
I need this
basic
to be, like,
of peripherals.
better at homework. It's hard for me to use the trackpad.
Yeah, and I remember just because I never had a place where I could set up and play games, so I would sit at my couch and use the armrest as my mouse pad.
Damn, that's rough fucking living too, though. I've been there.
We never had anything like that, so that's how I played my first game, which is still one of my favorite games of all time, is War Thunder. And me and the boys still play it.
I'd like to mention, I guess I should have at like the childhood stage or the adolescent stage, or maybe earlier in the now stage, Minecraft. Oh my God.
Shit, yeah.
See, okay, so I'm going to jump ahead a little than maybe the order I wanted to maybe have this little conversation. But I was looking at my Steam profile, and if you go to steamdb.info and your profile is public, you can put in your Steam URL and see how many hours are recorded on your Steam profile, right?
Shit.
I am at 11,920, which equates to literally 597 days in 24-hour intervals. That's like that's like a year and a half. I've been alive for 22 years. That's a year and a half of that I've spent playing games.
It's insane.
But I'm looking at this, and I just want to bring up Minecraft, because if I threw that on there, it'd probably be 2 whole years, because countless hours.
Oh yeah. No, whenever I remember the day that Minecraft made it to Xbox 360.
Dude, it was so cool. That world where they had Minecraft made out of wool, and you could
the starting world, that was the coolest fucking thing. And
this isn't even console hours. No.
Yeah, no, it doesn't do console. That's why of course I just recently, and I say recently, in the past 6 years got into like actual PC gaming other than War Thunder. It wasn't until then I've been committed to console, so like everything that I played, I wouldn't be able to track how many hours that I have in Minecraft of me and my brother playing Minecraft together. I still remember the first world that I had. I had a tree house, and I wonder if
you always remember your first.
I remember if my I wonder if my dog is still alive outside the house.
Oh, dude, abandoned forever. Pixel dust, man. Nah, they're dead. Sorry.
Poor thing. Poor thing. But yeah, I remember it had I had a tree house and it had a lake in front of it. And I thought it was the neatest thing ever.
God damn.
But yeah, Minecraft, of course. I think Minecraft is probably one of the most influential games of like all time.
Yeah, probably.
So it will probably it will go down as like top.
I wish
3.
Nosh didn't get super rich and start saying crazy shit on Twitter. Like, it would have been nice to have a hero, right? Like,
but
it's so unfortunate.
I remember watching like YouTube videos of like Minecraft, 0.1 or whatever, whatever they
oh, yeah, and you would watch and you'd wait and the next version would come out and you watch. They like made these little release trailers. I mean, they still might.
Well, yeah, that,
oh, yeah.
I mean, watching just YouTubers in general, just playing like Minecraft Let's Plays.
Oh, yeah, like Tobuscus doing all kinds of shit.
Tobuscus.
I still like listen to one of the Yogscast's podcast every now and then.
My God,
like, just because I like...
Diggy,
I feel like I grew up with those people.
Diggy. And then there's Captain Sparkles. And there's Captain Sparkles, and then there was Syndicate Project. And those are the two that I mainly watch.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
But Captain Sparkles, which, if you ever went through a Minecraft stage, you also went through the stage of listening to Minecraft music. Which, if anyone is anyone,
Banger.
Captain Sparkles was the leader in Minecraft covers. So.
Oh my god, dude, the animation was so good too.
Dude, yeah, they put their whole ass song this season into those. Anyways, but
so you're talking about switching from PC to console.
Yeah.
It's funny.
The opposite way.
Or the opposite way as well.
Console to PC.
I didn't really get into console gaming for a long time. I was fucking PC boy, right?
Yeah.
But one of the first games I played on fucking 360 was Ghost Recon. And that shit was super fun. Or fucking, there was that, and then there was fucking Alien vs. Predator, which they made a fucking game for people who hated the movie. The game is way better. But you could play that on Xbox too, and they're like, yeah, fucking, my parents weren't huge on, buying video games, whatever. And then I finally got an adult and got adult money, and I got a PS4.
Oh yeah, I remember you going to get
the first Last of Us, and that shit super fire.
God.
Still one of my favorites.
I only played that like last year. Like,
dude, it's super. I
still haven't played
don't play this.
game.
Don't play the second one. It will.
I've heard two opinions.
Your,
one of which is the second game is the best thing since sliced bread, and the other of which is the second game is not worth playing because it's like the last season of Game of Thrones.
Dude, it really. Okay, yeah. I'm in the second camp with that one. Man, but it's very. The first one is still a beautiful fucking jewel, regardless of anything that comes after it.
Man, I really wish I had talked about it whenever you did, but probably one of the most influential consoles that I had as a kid was the Wii. And I totally forgot to go back to it because solely Lego, anything Lego games.
Shit.
Lego Indiana Jones, Lego Star Wars, the complete saga. Fucking.
I put too many hours into those fucking Lego
those
games.
Those two games right there carried like my best points of gaming. Me and my brother would play the shit out of those two together. But
I remember Lego Batman was really my shit too. It was that.
I forgot about Lego Batman. Yeah, Lego Batman is really good. I want to say that probably attributes to the giant Lego collection I have next to me. Anyways, but yeah, those two were like, I have to bring. We have to go back and talk about the Wii because I have to bring that up. That's the whole reason I bought another Wii is so I could play those games again. So
fantastic.
Well, actually, someone gifted me that for my birthday. Weird. Ooh. I don't know who. Someone named Vidith.
Who fuck's that? He's on some kind of fucking burnout. That's crazy.
Fucking loser ass.
He's a YouTuber? Oh, we got fucking... Did you ever play, there was that fucking, the fucking Wii, what was it, Wii Fit?
No, I didn't. Wii Sports?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it was.
Dude, Wii Boxing is like, I was undefeated in that bitch. I went toe-to-toe with the top guy. Forgot his name.
I remember raging so many fucking times trying to play that moron. that piece of shit. His name was Matt too. It's funny.
It's funny, you're boxing yourself.
Little fucking bastard. He's just a pro because he got fucking he got boosted there.
There's a joke I'm not gonna make that
don't
always
make-
comes up when people are anti-Matt. I always claim they're racist. Like,
God damn it.
But that in the baseball, I was big into baseball. Of course, I've always been a sports guy.
the camera would like pan down the fucking.
Which we have to show it sometime, and maybe one day we'll make like a separate gaming channel just for it. But me and Matthew playing Madden is probably the funniest thing known to me. Okay, so I have played Madden since Madden 2006.
Matthew's played Madden since like the other day. Like,
Yeah.
No, I got Matthew into Madden. Okay, so I just recently got my house like into football again because I've been a Dallas Cowboy fan since I was little. But and so I've always played Madden. That was the first game I ever played with my dad because my dad has motion sickness to video games, and the only games he's been able to play is Madden without getting sick.
I'm wondering how that works. That's wild.
Don't ask me. He doesn't understand.
I think
it
it's the top-down camera, right? Like your brain can make more sense of that. Like 'cause
Yeah,
it's more realistic
that
than like
and-
a first-person perspective on the screen.
Yeah,
That's
and it's
fair.
like not like racing around a track, so it's not going as fast. But I remember playing that with him, and then me and my brother played Madden in 2011, and then some of the games past then. But I got Matthew to sit down and watch sports with me again, and I was like, hey, let's play Madden. I don't know, it was on the Game Pass, like Madden 22 or something like that. And let me tell you what, that was the funniest time. Me and Matthew would have a drink or two and then play Madden. It probably wasn't a drink or two, but anyways, we'd play Madden, and that's some of the funniest shit ever because Matthew doesn't know how to play Madden. He just plays
I
it.
play the best. What do you mean?
He picks. We pick random teams, and that motherfucker. I'm over here strategizing how to play this game. Picking the right defense and stuff. And this motherfucker's like, I'm gonna throw it over there. And
I literally just send it down mid. It's just the greatest.
And somehow he wins. Well, he doesn't win, but he always fakes the field goal, which is hilarious.
Listen,
But-
I'm not
You
trying to,
literally
it just
just don't
happens.
comprehend zone coverage, Zach. I'm not gonna like if that's his only strategy. I don't know what to tell you.
Dude,
Right?
I really needed to pull out nickel formation. But anyways, someday I'm going to record me and Matthew playing Madden because it's the funniest shit ever. But
We got a football to bounce off one of the fuckers' heads at one point. That was very
yeah,
fun.
no, and I still had the video. I punted. I was going to receive the punt. Okay, which is a punt is where you kick the ball down the field and the other player catches it and runs it back the other way. Well, it bounced off my helmet, went 20 yards in the opposite direction, and he caught it. I'm still pissed about that. I'm still pissed. But anyways, but I think the one game, since we were talking about console to PC, there is one game that got me into PC gaming, and it was Counter-Strike. I remember,
Fucking money.
It's kind of like the
and-
Crown Deluxe of like
and we're gonna
this
shout
little
out.
conversation. It's like half the reason we're buddies. Like
Yeah,
Oh,
no, yeah,
Shit,
yeah.
it's one that
So
we still fucking play. to this day.
we'll come back
I
to
just feel
how
like that's like a big part of why I was introduced to y'all, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's like
True.
this guy just plays Counter Strike alone. Let's.
let's get him in here. But okay, so I'm gonna say how I got introduced
guy's
into
me, by the
Counter Strike. Yeah, this guy. But so Dylan Lesserman, which is a guy that we
They're
played.
not gonna know either of these names.
No, well, I mean, some of the people have watched Serenade stream.
I suppose so.
If you've ever watched my wife, who's Serenade the Kingslayer on Twitch, go watch her. She
No,
might
it's
stream
just
tonight.
Serenade Slayer. There's no.
Yeah, it's
D.
all one word.
Shameless plug.
Serenade Kingslayer. But anyways,
SERINAYDEKIGSLAYER.
we'll put the link to her Twitch channel in there because we used to play Counter Strike together. But anyways, the lesser man, the man, the myth, the legend, had an extra laptop that he was like, here, play Counter Strike with us, and we had, it was me, my wife, we had another roommate. I'm not gonna, but anyways, and then Dylan. And we played, and I had never played a mouse and keyboard shooter in my life. And that was the hardest thing ever, was learning how to shoot on mouse and keyboard, and all we did was just get into competitive matches on Counter-Strike. I remember
Dust 2 still goes fucking hard.
I remember the day that I got Silver 1, and that was the coolest thing ever. But
I started at Silver 2 and then deranked Silver 1 later. Like,
But-
we've since made at least one improvement, but like,
not a whole lot. But that night I remember getting my first knife, but I pulled that one out of a case. The Game Elite
see,
edition
that's
has
insane,
gone
man.
downhill.
It really has not paid. It done you any favors. Just think, if you hadn't got that knife, you wouldn't have
I
won
would've
that
been
money at the
okay.
airport. No,
Exactly.
that's not what I was saying. I
Yeah,
said you
no,
wouldn't have won that money at the
yeah.
airport. So like,
Oh,
it's probably.
It's all profit based. But yeah, that was the sole reason that I probably really got into PC gaming. Of course, after then, we kind of went all on our separate ways. Lester and Vidith got a house together, and then me and Saren got a house together. And I didn't have a PC, so I just played on my Xbox One. And then my brother gave me a just some random shit he threw together with a fucking graphics card in it, and that's it just all went downhill from there.
Well, I know, but let's mention that, like, Matthew got you your PC, you got me my PC, and now I'm like, I don't know. I got to find somebody. I guess I gave my wife.
Oh yeah, you gave Well, I gave Sarah her PC.
He's really the sugar daddy of this particular.
We all kind of passed around, giving each other upgraded PCs, from which we've come from there. But I tell you what, some of the funnest times I've had was coming home.
Me too.
Friday nights and Saturday nights?
Oh, you didn't hear it. That sucks.
And do what?
no, keep going.
Oh, I was gonna say playing Counter-Strike with y'all, and then and then I remember Lester was like, "Hey, I have this guy that plays Counter-Strike. You want to play Counter-Strike with him?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And he was like, "His name is Steven." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, sure." And so ever since then, the legend of Steven has become a thing in our friend group. And
he is the fifth man.
Yeah, he is the fifth man. Because we used to play, it was just us four, and then Lester was like,
random
"Hey,
sometimes."
Yeah, we would play with a random or something, and then Lester introduced Steven. And
we got a team.
Yeah, we
not a very
now,
good team.
But
we're all very bad.
It's a big skill issue with all of us. I mean, it is Counter-Strike. Whenever we just we get into it and play, it's just so much fun to play with everybody.
And on that note, I want to see if you'll want to play tonight. Like, I'm just gonna throw that in.
Oh, I'm super fucking.
Oh yeah,
you shouldn't be. Of course I will.
All right, fucking happy Easter, y'all. Sorry, please continue. I really needed to spit that out for like the last 10 minutes, but no, it's been a very wonderful tool as far as like coming together, especially like half of us have had kids here lately, or no, it's greater than half, 3/5 have had kids here lately, and so getting together is like sure a struggle, but obviously very worth it. All of us.
Yeah, we can't get on as much as we used to, but we always still make time to get one or two matches in again. So Counter-Strike has been a lot of fun, and then from Counter-Strike I got into just gaming in general on a computer, and let me tell you what,
it's really a drug, man.
Dude, if it isn't fucking Counter-Strike, I mean, of course, currently, what are our biggest ones right now? We played Counter-Strike.
Well, Helldivers is like part of the fucking zeitgeist right now.
Yeah,
and Helldivers, Hell Let Loose,
War Thunder.
Y'all did Elden Ring for some time.
My wife was a big Elden Ring dude. That game is so fucking hard. God, I rage quit that game so many times. Fucking can't stand Elden Ring. It's a great game.
I really think we could enjoy Deep Rock Galactic.
I've heard of that one.
I've heard of it. I've never played it.
But
it's like Helldivers, but instead of in space, you were in the ground.
But I'm just gonna put out my favorite story game, and I mean it's controversial because I haven't finished it yet. But my favorite story game is Cyberpunk. I absolutely love the whole futuristic styling of Cyberpunk, and I think the story's really cool and stuff. But that game, I went through the biggest major update that it went through, and it pulled itself up. But if I ever were to like let's sit down and, play a game that's kind of relaxing and play a story, I will just sit down and play Cyberpunk. I absolutely love Cyberpunk. It is so much fun.
Oh, dude, I gotta say, my favorite is still the fucking Telltale Walking Dead series. That shit rocked me to my fucking core as a kid, and even now when I replayed it, that shit still holds up. It's crazy.
Do you still have the stream up of whenever you play that?
Oh yeah. I still have it on. It's on a playlist on my channel.
Yeah, somebody go check that out if you haven't seen anything too. Is Vidith playing?
That game brings you to fucking tears, man. It's so good.
I remember watching that one with you, but
See, I was gonna go all fucking like, Doomcast like I like to with most of these topics, but we'll keep it fucking wholesome, gentlemen. Gaming has brought a lot to my life, and I'm grateful that we live in a time where it's an experience we can have. And there are certain things I wish to change, like, dude, maybe I should have just tried to socialize more and learn some cool skills. But like at the same time, like, everybody can say that about anything. If it's not this, some people go to the bar, or maybe they spend too much time scrolling on their phone, or whatever, right? Like, there's always something.
Sure.
And at least I have something that we can connect with, and is generally a wholesome experience, even when we do get like ready to fucking throw fists in anger or whatever.
Yeah, sure that Matthew flashed the entire team trying to rush B. Okay.
I fucking
I always worry when he plays it like from the kiddo's PC behind you, because like when he does something like that, you can stand up and deck him like just turn around and fight. Yeah, but always a pleasure.
Oh yeah,
I think that's all I gotta say on the topic. What do y'all guys got?
No, I think just as a general that gaming has been a nice relief, especially when coming off of work and whatnot. Working full time and then coming home and then be able to relax for even an hour, just getting to relax and play a video game. It's just been kind of nice.
gaming's fucking.
Especially when you get into Counter-Strike and we're playing fucking Master Elite Guardians against us, which is a solid...
Or Ellie's.
Yeah, whenever we're a solid Silver Elite team, so, it's fine.
Dude, gaming has been so fucking, like, central to my life, from my fucking brothers to, like, socializing to, like, just now in general. Still fucking going strong. It's just great, man. Like, I could not imagine me not gaming. And it's just that simple.
It's just crazy to me that I went from playing as a, fourth grader playing a PlayStation 2 to now I'm sitting around my dual monitor setup RGB fucking computer with.
Dude, kid me would have lost his fucking mind.
Dude, if he had seen my setup then, he'd be like, "What the fuck is that?"
Me with my goddamn fucking ThinkPad and my thumb up my ass, not knowing what I'm doing. Oh, fucking terrible, man. That shit was. I'm so glad it's gotten strides from. Garbage.
Oh, dude, just the type of games I can play without like fear of my parents coming into my room. Or, like, that's good enough. That's gravy, baby.
Oh yeah. Especially when I was playing Cyberpunk and they have some scenes in that. I'm like, looking behind me, like, my dad gonna walk in and see these. But no, I've thoroughly enjoyed video games. I used to play with my brother. I played with my dad for a little bit, and then playing video games with. First off, it started with my wife and Vidith, and then spreading out to my wife Vidith Lesser, and then my wife Vidith Lesser, Steven. It's just been great because now even we all get together and shoot.
Speaking of which, we should probably do that soon. Like the in-person stuff is obviously a different step.
Yeah,
it's been a while, but fuck it, man. Having kids is just like.
Love to death having our kids, but man.
Love the kid. It's nothing to do with the kid. It's just the time-consuming nature was not necessarily expected.
Yeah, you got to get everything on a schedule, but
and we did for a while, but it just went off the rails. Everybody started getting sick. We'll get back to it though. Let's finish up the holidays, and then we'll start getting this routine working again.
But to anyone out there that has never played a video game in their life and they're curious if they want to play a video game, go do it. Just sit down. Go do it. Go buy that PS5. Go buy that PC. Go sit down and play a game. It is so much fun. Like the Barking Boys wouldn't have been a thing if we hadn't have played Counter-Strike together. So
and there's games for just about fucking everybody. It's not just the ones that we mentioned. There's fucking fuck knows how many games.
There's American Truck Simulator.
It's not even just games though, dog. Fucking go do whatever, right? Like if it wasn't games, like it could have been something else, right? Like. Go fucking play in the adult softball league, or go fucking, like there's 1,000 different things you can do, and just like the fear of not doing something or the hesitation of being ready will kill. So just fucking Try.
Listen, this entire group of the Barkin Boys have been based off of just going out and doing stuff that you love. Whether it's Vidith becoming a full-time narration YouTube channel to me, who made a full-time job out of my hobby, which was a dumb idea. Anyways, becoming I guess I can talk well upon myself because I am now a full master certified technician. I have
It's like Master Chief, but for cars.
Exactly. I have finally reached the point after my last week of certifications that I am now a master certified technician, which I can tell you what right now, that whenever I got my first little car, that you could tell me that I was be a master certified technician. What?
Oh,
But anyways.
Well, congratulations, Zach, and I look forward to talking to you guys next week.
Y'all have a good
I gotta
night.
bounce.
See.
See you, fellas.
Good week.
Bye.
Bye.